Officers were contacted in January of 2018 by a DHS caseworker that was investigating possible child abuse. The day prior, a neighbor had contacted DHS to report that there were two children knocking on the door of their house crying to be let in. The victims were a 10-year-old girl and an 11-year-old boy that had been adopted by Kenny and Kelly Fry from Ghana just a few years earlier. Medical professionals determined that the two children were severely malnourished. The girl weighed just 50 pounds and had distension in her abdomen and several sores that were not healing properly. Both were suspected to be from malnutrition. The boy was also undersized for his age. After the children were removed from their home, they told investigators that they were made to spend most of their days in their bedrooms alone. The parents had put alarms on their doors because they would sneak out and take food. If they left their rooms, the alarm would sound and the children would be punished by physical exercise like doing squats or push-ups. An officer wrote in his report that 5 of the 7 children's rooms were typical, but the 2 adopted children shared a bedroom that were divided into 2 segments. The officer stated that the room was bare. It had 1 mat, 1 blanket, and a shelf on the wall. It also had a plastic bucket that they used for the toilet. There were no other furnishings in their room or personal items. In an interview with investigators, one of the children said they were not allowed to eat breakfast if they used the bucket and did not clean it properly. The other child said that when they were allowed to eat, it was only oatmeal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The other children were allowed to eat regular meals. Kelly had told DHS that her and her husband had made that room just months earlier due to her children's bad behavior. She said the children would defecate and urinate in their room, so now it became their responsibility to clean it up. Authorities say that since the children had been removed from that home, they have not shown any behaviors that the couple said that they had. The Frys were originally charged with child endangerment, causing bodily injury, and neglect, but they were both dismissed. The couple pled guilty to 2 counts of child endangerment each. They were sentenced to 2 years probation, 100 hours of community service, and a $12,500 fine. The halls in the courthouse were crowded with supporters of the Frys. There were over 250 pages from the community that the judge had to go through, saying that Kelly was a great mom and she had even sought help for her children's challenging behaviors. The couple struggled with the children because of their reactive attachment disorder. The judge did take into consideration that there was no prior criminal history and no prior drug use. He also took into consideration that Kelly had gone to over 63 sessions of counseling. The couple was allowed to keep their other 5 children, but agreed to give up custody of their 2 adopted children.